Well, recording is in progress. Welcome back. Week 9, we're almost there. We got like 2 more weeks and then finals week. I do want to tell you this is basic Photoshop. For finals week, we will meet. Our final is on Tuesday at 1 p.m. I'll put it in the announcement for the group, but we looked it up yesterday. Tuesday of finals week. I think it's Tuesday the 20th, I think. Here, let me confirm finals week is in May. This is April. And then finals week is, yeah, May 19th is our final at what? It's from 1 to 3. Tim, what is the final going to be like? Well, Tim, I can tell you it's going to be a multiple choice test. And I would really encourage you to study all of the quizzes that you took,
Okay.
as those might be good clues to what questions are going to be on the test. I will do a review the week before just so we all feel confident on everything. But guess what? I will also offer Phil.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay. Is it okay if I edit quietly?
Yeah, you can edit quietly.
Thank you.
I was like, you're not in this class, you're next semester's class. I will tell you that the final is an open book final, and I allow 2 attempts. So if you hate your score, got a 0%, you can only go up from there. So what I personally do when I take a test like that is I'm like, I'm not even going to study. I'm just going to take the test and then be like, whoa, I didn't know anything. I thought maybe I could just randomly guess. And then the second chance, if you take a second chance, you're locked in with that score. So if you do this worse the second time, hopefully not. I will say by open book test is you can be on your phone and reading, but you can't switch your windows when you're taking it. Also, by open book test, we're going to come and take the final here in person. And whereas Cindy, you can't say like, what's the answer to number 3? I can't say B, even though that's the answer to number 3. Because also the question's randomized. So B could be right for you, but not for Angie. But what we can do is you can take the final as a group because I believe in group work. So if you all want to say, I'm going to start the final, I can't give you answers. Phil's taken one of my finals before.
Yes.
I can't give you the answers, but if you want to be like, hey, what does the pucker tool do again? We're gonna learn about the pucker tool by the way today. What does the pucker tool do, Phil? If you had to guess what the pucker tool does.
Had to kiss the teacher.
No kissing. What are you trying to get me fired, Cindy? No.
Couldn't even guess.
Couldn't even guess. Well, today we're going to learn that the pucker tool pulls pixels towards the center point of the tool, and the bloat tool, which is the opposite, pushes the pixels away. Okay. It's a way that we can plump someone's lips or make someone's eyes smaller. It's a fun tool. You'll see how we make Frankenstein as ugly as possible. All right. So I say that also the other thing to note is you have a final project and you have a final test. And your final project is just make me something in Photoshop. Anything you want to do. It could be a poster, it could be a composite, it could be a funny photo. You could take something that you've turned in before and change it. Like recolor everything, you can mask everything. Basically, there's no limit. Just show me what you've learned, okay? So you're going to turn your final project, and I'm telling you right now, you can start working on your final project today. The final project's 100 points, and the final is 200 points, I believe. Wait, let me look. It should be in the syllabus. I have a lot of classes. Let me forget. I forget sometimes. Create a new module. What the heck? Watch, it's not going to say anything. And I'll be like, oh, I guess I didn't put in the. All right, where's the syllabus? modules. What's going on? Where's my little, why can't I see this thing? All right, I'm gonna view as a student. Ah, there it is. Here's the syllabus. All the information is gonna be here. Your final project's 15%. Oh, it's 150 points. And then your final exam is 200 points.
Wow.
All right. That's 20% of your grade and 15% of your grade. Also, there's extra credit opportunities.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're worried about any of that, and you didn't get a chance to come to the showcase, which was this weekend, I will allow you to watch the showcase and tell me what your favorite movie was and why, for less than the points that we got for going to the actual showcase. But that won't be available till next week, okay? Make sense? Yes, 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 great. All right, so 1,000 points, yeah, so 15% is 150 for the final project and 20 for the for it, okay? Everybody feel good? All right, so I'm just telling you that, what do I need to do for the final project? Just make something cool in Photoshop, like put a dog's head on a giraffe, or you know, change the color of Shrek to blue, or take a picture of me and turn me into a Dorito chip or something. Why am I saying that? Because that happened this weekend. All right, I'm going to share my screen because I don't think I shared the syllabus, but everybody, no one's online, so good for them. We're going to open up two programs like we always do every week, right? The P and the R is Premiere. To get in, you need your email. You logged in, Cindy? Good. You did it, Cindy. Good job. PR, and then we want to also open, what's the other program? Bridge. And what do we use Bridge for?
So now I go to, do I go
The
to
B and the R, Bridge.
Do I just go to Bridge now?
Open Bridge now. Oops, I opened the wrong Bridge.
What about it says new file?
I
What
want.
do I do with that?
No, I want you to just open Bridge right now.
Oh,
Okay, B and the R. You got it, Tony?
Yep.
All right, and like always, let's navigate to our lessons, right? So I am going to open up lesson 09. It should all probably be in your download folder, correct?
the download.
Yeah, if you look in your download, you'll see lesson 9. We click on there, and of course, we can see, oh, there's Frankenstein, the Curse of Frankenstein. Whoa, what a cool lesson 09. Yep, there you go. You should see the end, 09 end, and of course, we can zoom in and look at it. I always show you what mine looked like, and you're always encouraged to make it different. I've given you all assets to work with, and you can see here's our backdrop. What is one thing that we noticed that this one doesn't have that all of the other ones had? What's missing from the Bridge folder? Tim, there's not a start one. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's none that says start. Very good. Yeah, well, that's because we're going to open up Bridge differently today, okay? So we're going to start by going into the Monster Maker makeup folder. So we're going to click onto the Monster Makeup, and we can see here that we have a couple of already designed elements here. So if you make that smaller, Cindy, see the minus?
Right?
Yeah, click it. Yep, there you go. Let's double click on Monster Makeup folder.
Okay.
All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here. I'm going to make it smaller so I can see all of them. And you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elements right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these elements. So I'm just going to, I can click and drag and select them, or I can go up to edit, select all.
Edit.
I'm going to click and drag, and then I'm going to hold control. Now, what control is going to do is say open with, and I'm going to open with Photoshop. Oh, I did it wrong. That's not how I wanted to do it. All right, don't do that. I goofed up. I did it the wrong way. All right. Okay, control, let me see, file. Move to, copy to, place in Adobe in Photoshop. Please select a single file. That's wrong. Okay, hold on a second. This is something I don't normally do, but I am teaching you. All right. All right, well, I'm going to go to my own notes to remind me exactly where it is, because this is absolutely something I almost never use. All right, arranging layers. Okay, that's wrong. That's not the one I want. I want to do getting started. Here we go. Okay, all right. Shift click. The tools. Okay, that's where it is. All right, sorry, everybody. All right. So I can click and drag and select them all. I can click here and hold shift. And if you click the first one, which are the bolts, and hold shift and click the hair, it'll select all of them so they're highlighted. Now we're going to go up to tools. And what I want to do is go to the Photoshop option up there. You see it? So you select them all and I go up to tools.
So do I press control?
You already have them selected all. Nope, just go up to tools.
Okay.
Yep. And then go down to where it says Photoshop, the drop down menu of Photoshop. And what I want to do is I want to load files into Photoshop layers.
Mhm.
It's Frankenstein, right? All right. So you're going to use your Gav email to get into that.
Oh, it wasn't letting me do it, so I'm just gonna try my Adobe email.
If you have your own Adobe, then yeah, that would
Yeah.
probably work.
Yeah, I was just say.
Okay.
Close your
All right. I want, you're not on the big screen.
eyes.
Okay. So now what we look at is, now that we're in Photoshop, everyone, what do we notice? Instead of the way I did it the other way, I opened up every single layer as its own file. Well, this way it compresses everything into one file, basing the size off of there. Now, what we need to know is it loaded everything alphabetically. So all the layers are based off of this way. Now, what we're going to do is advanced compositing, which is basically putting different layers on top of one another and blending them together to look like one image. How are we going to do that? Well, first and foremost, I'm going to just reorganize this a little bit, because you can see these are all PSDs, so they're all separate Photoshop files themselves, so they're affected. That's why this creepy looking guy, who's just a guy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the Franken layer. Oh, by the way, always forget this. We should do the most important thing. Is now we're here. Let's go file save as.
File save as. File.
All right. File save as. I'm going to call this lesson 09-Tim PSD. I'm going to save it. There isn't a preset, so we're not recording over the old one because this is a brand new file. It's the first time we're working with a brand new file.
So this is what I do. 09 SynDT.
That's great.
Oh, I did.
You can put it to you however you want to do it. Whatever you want to name it, just so you know it's yours. Any luck?
No, they said they're trying to fix a problem. I'm gonna try it one more
Okay.
time, and then I'll
And save.
switch.
Yeah, we'll try switching computers.
Save it?
Save. Okay. So that means any adjustments we make will have this file. Okay, from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Franken PSD, and I am going to just click and drag it all the way down to the bottom of my layer bar. Now, I think my layer window is too small, so I'm going to make it bigger, stretch it out, and I'm just going to click and drag, and you can see I am making this Franken layer all the way at the top. You note that like all of these other layers have been marked to be a certain color, so they're marked to be red. It's just so we can see it better. Now, what I want to do is I am going to get my Franken layer, and I can click and drag it. I want to put him down at the bottom here, just because.
So I can click Franklin PSD.
Yeah, click Franken PSD and drag it all the way down. You'll note as you drag down, the rest of those will cycle up, and you want it to be the bottom layer. Okay, you dragged it off of Photoshop too far, so let go. Now go back to Photoshop, the P and the R.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, P and the S. Premiere. I keep saying Premiere.
Okay.
P and the S. Okay, so click and drag that down.
A little bit here.
Yeah, just keep
That's
going.
it.
Just a little bit more so it keeps, so they cycle up. Okay, there you go. I think you're at the bottom now. Great.
Yeah.
So it's the bottom layer. Now I want you to go and click him on the screen. The guy.
Here?
Yeah, that guy with his hands out, and drag him down to the bottom of the screen. There you go. Just kind of want to position him down there.
Is he all the way down or?
I want it to be in the screen. I don't. We want to see him because he is who we're going to build Frankenstein off of.
Oh,
Okay.
right here, like this? Is he-
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Come on, fingers
I
crossed.
think we got it now.
Got it?
I think we did, yeah.
All right, Terrence, you got it. You got it, right? Good. Gotta love technology, right? It's my favorite. My favorite is computer problems. Okay. They hate me? Oh, no, yeah, no, that I think literally computers hate me because I watched Terminator too many times. I read against it. Yeah, they do absolutely hate me, but I think, you know, does a shovel hate a person though? Because like the computers are our tool, so we have to fight against it because it's too smart, right? Imagine if like a shovel just like beat you up because it hated you so much, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm just reviewing what the next step, because there's like 10 steps, and I want to make sure I'm clear. Okay, cool. We're good. You messed it. You made it big, Cindy.
I made it too
So you
big.
transformed him. So click the, yep. Hey, come on, you're learning. Make him smaller. There you go, there you go, there you
And
go.
then do I click in here?
You can move him in, but I want his whole body in the image. So click and drag the corners until it fits.
This corner right here.
So basically, we want him in the image.
Oh, okay.
So just so he's big enough to fit here. If you click these ones, you transform him. And then once you're done, you can click that and it stops his transformation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I
we'll
wish
just,
that would be easier on any guy, right?
you want to
Transform.
transform any guy? Well, unfortunately, real world doesn't work as bad as anything else. Okay, so we want to zoom out. So remember Command plus or minus, so you can see your entire workspace. Okay, so Command minus.
Command
Hold the Command button.
and,
Command, not Control. Command.
okay.
Yep, and then minus.
There's your one.
It's up near the delete button. Sorry, up there.
Yeah, right
All
here.
right, there you go.
Right here?
Yep. And that makes your workspace smaller or bigger.
Wow.
I want you to be able to see your entire workspace, okay?
Is it okay right here?
Yeah, that's great, as long as you can see everything, right? All right. So our next step is I want to click on, let's go ahead and turn off every layer. So we're going to make everything invisible, except we're going to start with the green skin texture. So it should be this creepy effect right here.
How do I make it?
So I want your whole thing to be visible, Cindy. So command minus.
Minus, okay,
Yep. There you go. That's enough.
okay.
So now on your layer window, let's make every layer but green skin texture and Franken PSD visible. So how do you make a layer invisible?
Hmm.
Do you remember? Look right here. Look at mine. Click, 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 click. I'm turning the eyeball off. So over here on yours.
Right here? Oh, take that out.
Yep. And then here, let me show you something too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make your layer window as big as possible so we can see more of it. Go ahead and make this full screen. So now I want you to turn off the rest of the layers except for green skin and that.
So
So
turn this off?
yep, turn that off, turn that off. Scroll, you can scroll up. All right, everybody there? All right, what we're gonna do is we're going to transform the green skin layer to match it onto the person's face. Did you download your assets?
That I completely forgot this was happening.
What's
That's why I
that?
just been staying at home and doing classes. The update they had on the website, it doesn't let me get into the class anymore to download files. So what I would do is go on history from like week 1 and then click in the class that way and then get my files to do
Why not?
work. And then I don't know, but they had an update like a few weeks ago and
Yeah.
then this happened. And same thing with the Zoom calls. So I've been
using the same stuff?
using the same history to get into class to access week 6,
Okay.
7.
Type gavin.edu. Go to island. There you go. I think you were logging into my gap. iLearn is where all the Canvas shows are.
Yeah, right. And that's what
So,
your class is, right?
My class is in
That's
iLearn is the shell, right?
That's weird.
So now you can scroll all the way down and download those files that way. Okay, I see Angie's doing it, but we want to transform this layer to fit on this guy's face. So how can we do that? Well, we can click these corners and adjust it to his face. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like click and make it smaller, kind of judge based off of the eyeballs. Now, the only other thing I'm going to do is you notice that if I click and drag, it maintains the aspect ratio. Well, what I want to do is I'm going to hold shift while I click any of the squares that allow me to transform, and that will allow me to affect my image and not constrain the aspect ratio. Now, why would I do this? Well, I want to do this because maybe I want to fit it a little bit better. I'm going to compress the face so that like specifically the neck will fit. I'm also going to try to really I'm judging it based off of the eyeballs here, but you can see I can go left and right and kind of squish it a little bit. This is all what's going to be happening in advanced compositing. I'm going to go and make his face look a little bit better. And based off of that, I'm going to go until I feel like, hey, this looks pretty good, I think. Look, all right. So now we can just see with this blend layer, it's opaque and it's on top of our character. And yeah, go based off of the eyes specifically. That's going to be the best way to do that. Yeah.
Oh, I lost his eye.
Lost his eyes. So you can drag it that way, or if you click in the center of the piece, you can move the whole thing itself. So you can find where you like it and then adjust accordingly.
Okay, right here.
Give you all a second to do that. Okay. So we're adjusting it just using the transform tool. We could also select this layer and say edit And then in edit, we would want to choose um, transform, and we could say warp. Now, what warp does is it gives us more controls over this. And actually, with warp, we can go ahead and fully like adjust the to make it fit specifically. We can kind of like do a style of 3D warp, which would allow us to blend, like not keep the image constrained to a left or a right. And you can see all of these points of articulation. We can click on and change the bending and bowing of everything to make it fit more on here. So what you want to do is click on the layer. So you're already selected on the layer. Now you're going to go up to you're going up to edit.
Okay.
Then you want to go transform. Now you're on image. Edit is one over. Edit, and you want to go transform. Now just click on it, drag down to transform. And then go to warp. Over to the right and then down, warp. Now you can see it gives us just like when we were building our masks or our vectors, we get those curve lines that allow us to curve the image and make it fit a lot better. Everybody playing with the warp tool? You feel good when you got your Frankenstein looking kind of ugly? Well, this is just step one of all of it together. Oh, someone from Santa Cruz is calling me. Thank you. All right. All right. We've used Liquify before. Who remembers when we used Liquify? Do you remember what week we used Liquify?
Wasn't that with the magazine?
It was with the was it the mag? It was yes.
Image, right?
Yeah. So Liquify was when we made our eyes smaller or bigger or farther apart and all of that. What we're going to do is we're going to use this onto this image so that the pink parts of the eyes are, we're going to actually affect the eye part of the Frankenstein mask to fit better in the eye. So let's go ahead and, can you even see his eyes? Oh, okay. So you've adjusted it. Now what we can do is go right there. See his eyes?
Yeah.
And then once you're done with the transform, we hit the plus button.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah.
No, you're good. I'm
Select all of them, and then you want to go tools.
tools on here.
Yeah, up on the top.
oh,
Very
to the
top, very
window
top,
part.
very top.
Label. Oh, sorry guys.
Tools, Photoshop,
Tools, Photoshop.
and then you want to load files in Photoshop layers. It's going to create one image with all of those. Say allow. And you can see it's going to base it off of all. They're all loading. There you go. Feel better? Okay. All right. All right. So what we want to do, we click on our green skin. We're going to go to filter. And then for filter, we're going to do liquify.
So, filters up on top.
Yep, up on top.
Uh-oh, he moved.
And then we want to go liquify.
Wow, I lost it. Oh, I didn't.
No, you didn't. You got your guy right there.
Right there. Okay.
All right. Remember, and we could change. We had face awareness on. Right here was face, and we had all the mouth and everything. We're not going to do the face awareness this time. We're going to just. We're going to actually like zoom in. So I'm going to hit plus and minus, and I'm actually going to close my face aware liquify, and we're going to use the tools right here.
Zoom in.
Sorry, what? Oh, remember command plus or command minus to zoom in or out. All right. And what we want to do is use the forward warp tool, which is the first tool right up here. Right up here.
You didn't do anything on the right, right?
All I did was I closed my face awareness tool, which was where we adjusted. We know how to use the easy tool today. We're going to learn how to do it ourselves because sometimes those tools won't matter. But I am clicking right here, the face, the forward warp tool. So it's the very first tool right there.
Right
Yeah,
here.
with it looks like a finger touching
Right.
something. Okay, click that. All right. So my tool is really huge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the right and change my brush tool. I'm going to change the pressure to 75. Pressure is like I'm pushing down on something. I'm going to change that to 75, but I am going to change the size to 150. All right. We can see this where it is. All right. So what I want to do is I am going to also say, right now it's not selected. All I'm seeing is this monster face. And what I want to do is I'm going to say show backdrop. Now the backdrop will allow me to see other layers that are open on there. And I'm actually going to like make the opacity full so that I can see what it looks like. Sometimes sometimes it's distracting. Sometimes it's useful. In this instance, it's useful because what I want to do is I am going to, backdrop settings are preventing the preview from showing image changes. Don't say again. Okay. Behind. All right. Okay. So what I had to do is I had to change the mode. It was in front. So I was seeing the backdrop in front. If that's an issue, I changed it to behind. So now I'm affecting the layers. Okay, you want to say show backdrop, Cindy, is what I'm doing. So you can see the guy.
Okay.
There you go. And now you can change the opacity to 100%. So click and drag that all the way up.
Okay.
And then we'll change where it says mode to in front to behind. There you go. Because basically we're putting a mask on him. Now what I want to do is I can use the forward warp tool to, if I click an area, you can see I can warp it. And the more I do this, the grosser it looks, right? Like, why would I do that? That's horrible. But I can undo it. Now, what I can do is I can take it and I can kind of warp it so the eyes look perfect. Now, what's also interesting is you can see the center of the circle is where it controls the warp. So what I can do is I'm actually like gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make like the eyes kind of offset too. So it's not so uniformed, right? Because it's Frankenstein. Yeah, one eye is bigger than the other. So take the eyebrow and you can pinch it in. And really the goal is to hide as much of the pink eyes as possible.
What did I do? This hand.
All right. So it's just your view, Cindy. So look, if you click right here, because you're zoomed in, you can go and move anywhere in his image. It's not affecting your image. So realistically for you, you want to click and move his eye so we lose some of the pink, right?
I did.
So cover up all the pink like that.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to see his pink eyes because he's Frankenstein. So feel free to do that. I'm going to show your backdrop. All right, so you're there. We're in Liquify now.
Yeah.
So click on the green screen texture, then on the filter, Liquify. Okay, we can show backdrop. We want to go all the way 100% opacity and put it mode into behind. So now you can use the tool that's the
Warp tool, right?
yeah, the warp move tool. And then that way you can adjust the eyebrows until you are do it. Once good. Okay. So now once I'm happy with the eyes, that's really the areas I want to mess with. I'm going to say okay. Skip a part. Oh. All right, we're gonna go in. We'll just find that finesse, how you want to do it. I'm gonna say okay. All right. Everybody, I forgot a step. So let's all go back. So what we're gonna do, let's undo it. Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Let's all just get before we liquefied, okay? Okay. Now I forgot what I wanted to do. What we're doing is destructive Photoshop, and we were constructive Photoshoppers. So the way that we were doing it is we're making unadjustable changes in the future. So we want to do it so that we can like, hey, maybe we're not happy with it perfectly in the future and we want to change it. So right before we go into liquefy, what I want you to do is we want to click on green texture PSD, and I'm going to control click. And then I want to convert to smart object. Now, so it's the drop-down menu right here, convert to smart object. And then you know that the red goes away and it makes this little icon. What the smart object is going to allow us to do is to apply this filter, and the filter will be its separate element, won't be burnt into the layer. It'll be one that we could turn on and off if we wanted to. So now that we're here, let's go ahead. Sorry that I forgot that, but let's go ahead and then we're going to go to filter. We'll go back to liquefy. Now we'll zoom back in and we'll readjust everything that we wanted to do. It kept all my settings. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it so it looks a little better. And I'll make him look really like a gross guy because we're making a horror movie. All right. And then after I say okay, we note that, look, this smart layer right here, everybody did that. All right, I'll give you a second, I'll do it. But the main difference is when I hit enter, it didn't give me this option. But look, I can have my small smart filters on and I can turn on and off my liquefy. Look. Oh. Turn back on liquefy. You can see I can turn on and off my smart layers. You can see there's the original and here's the new one, the original and new one with liquefy. Why would I want to do that? Well, sometimes you want to look and see what will look better. So this way we can keep it perfectly aligned. Feel good? Everybody feels good to move on?
No, I didn't get that good. So control,
So what do you want to do?
what you did.
Okay. So let's say okay. All right, here. Let me do this. No. Okay. I want to do edit. We're going to redo free transform. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and say control. And we're going to convert to smart object. And then from here, we're going to go filter liquefy. All right. And now if we, do our zoom in here, turn to the zoom tool. Now, Cindy, go ahead and mess with his face. Here.
He's good.
He's good? What are you talking about? There's all this pink.
I know.
Click his eyes around.
He's good.
Well, here, you can, look, you get rid of it.
Oh, I see.
See? See?
Yeah.
All right. And once you're done, say okay.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God.
You just move it. You're not changing your image. You're just moving where you're viewing on the image. So if you just go over and say, okay, it's going to go out of the preview and there you go.
All right.
Yep. All right. So now that we're here, Okay, so what's next is we want to go ahead and turn on the rest of the layers. And let's go on and add the layers accordingly to where they need to go. So I'm going to go green nose stitches. All right, with green nose stitches, it's going to go over his nose. So I'm going to click and drag it, and I am going to transform it to fit onto the image again.
Green skin, is that what we're doing? Green skin.
We are on green nose stitches now. So I turn green nose stitches on, and I'm going to place this right here in his face where his nose is. And again, I can, like the last time, I can go ahead and say edit, transform, and I can warp it to make it fit however I want it to fit if it looks good to match. I'm kind of want it to go over his lips and his mouth. It just needs to look pretty gross. We have stitches over his face. I'm trying to cover this up. All right. After stitches, I'm going to turn on neck stitches. The neck stitches are going to go over his neck. Again, I'm going to transform it and fit it to my image. This is where you get to be as creative or as
You said edit, transform, and then warp.
warp is how, remember, we warped it to fit his face and everything. All of these images are designed for you just to practice this over and over again. Remember, if you hold shift, you can affect it without the constraining it. I'm going to try to fit his neck right like that. And then from here, I'm going to turn on the ear staples. The ear staples go on the left-hand side of his face. Give you all plenty of chance to mess around with this and make it fit how you want it to look. We're all going to look probably a little different. I'm actually going to like hide his ear up there and put it on his face. All right, now I got enhanced green forehead. The green forehead, Frankenstein's got a big old 5 head. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust accordingly. I'm going to match it and stretch it how I want. Feel free to mess about. This is just plenty of opportunities to get to play with compositing, which is, we're going to layer it on. Now, before you go like too mad being like, this doesn't match perfectly, remember, we will blend it and there'll be other opportunities to warp stuff at the end. But it's like, okay, I want this head to be extra big. And maybe I want to stretch this out a little bit to cover all the hair. But also I kind of want the nose to fit. So I'm going to just adjust it accordingly. Stretch it out a little bit more and pick out what I like. Okay. And now I have bolts. All right, so we got monster bolts here. I'm going to just make the bolts small enough to fit on his neck. Frankenstein's got neck bolts. I'll put it like right there. I can just go, oh, perfect. Snaps kind of on his neck. Looks kind of gross. Does it go higher? Maybe it goes up here. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. All right. And then finally, I want monster hair, and I'm going to take the monster hair and I'm going to drag it up to the top. So it's the top layer. And now I have monster hair. Frankenstein's got some nice sideburns, it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and just layer this all on top. This is a pretty fun one to put together. It's like a puzzle, right? Are we listening to a basketball game? Or is that Phil editing? Oh, okay. I was like, man, Tony is like into some sports or something. All right. So once you have it, I'm happy to walk around and help you. But look, I threw mine together like that. Okay. Turn your screen back, skin back on. All right. Okay, so that got moved. Here, let me help you. So we want to do that, and we want to put this back over here. So let's turn the rest off right now. All right, looks like your stuff got. So you want your face back like that. Okay, so now you have your nose stitches, which is right there. Now what we can do is we can say plus and zoom in so we can see it better. Now let's go and put this in the center of the image so we can see. I'm gonna hide your shape window too, just because it's bothering me. So now I can click and grab it and find his nose. If that's big enough, what I recommend is probably something more like this. Okay?
Yeah.
So now let's turn his neck stitches on. His neck stitches will fit under his chin like that. But we don't really want it to, we kind of want it there. What we can do is hold shift. We'll transform the neck more like this. More like that. Okay. Then we're going to do the ear stitch. It's way too big. So it's smaller. But essentially, it's something like this. Okay. Then his head. Here's his forehead. All right. Just click and drag and put that on. Looks too big. Oh, that. Right. Now you want to do bolts.
Okay.
So here's the bolts up here. And click and drag it down here. I'm gonna have you do that, Cindy. Click and drag them smaller.
So control,
You don't have to hit control. Just hit the any of those squares on the image, and you can free transform it just by dragging. It'll constrain them so that you aren't like stretching them out. But if you click and pull it together, they'll get smaller.
okay.
So it definitely want it smaller because it's designed to be on his neck, right?
Oh, it's on his neck.
Yeah, the bolts go on his neck like mine.
Okay. All right. Good.
Okay, and then you have to do his hair. His hair is right here. We want to put it up on top. So now make his hair smaller, fit, and put his hair how you like it.
Good.
All right, I think my guy's head's a little rather large
And
looking at
then
it. So
what do
maybe I
you do
can
after that? You just push anything you push.
so save, go Command S. We'll wait and give everyone the opportunity to build their Frankenstein. All right, I'm just gonna make it a little bit different because I thought his head was looking too giant, even for a monster. So realistically, you can make a monster by downloading assets or creating your own assets and layering them on top of one another when you feel like it. As soon as you feel like you're at a good spot, you're giving everybody opportunity to catch up. What are you trying to do?
I was gonna add another one to another ear scar, but I was like,
Oh,
maybe we don't have
let me
one
show
on.
you. There's a reason why I
Okay.
don't have 2 ear scars, but you could like realistically, if you wanted to say like, I want 2 ear scars, I'm gonna click this one. And if you go right here to this plus symbol, it duplicates your layer. So look, now I can move this over here. And what's even cooler, if I hold shift, I can reverse the whole image, right? I'm not constraining it. And so then I could have done this, but the reason I'm not doing this is because Frankenstein has one ear and not the other ear, right? So one ear is just a scar. The other ear is this. So I'm going to go and drag and drop this into the trash. But what we're going to do next is learn how to colorize. our Frankenstein so that he looks more like the monster and less like human pink skin, right? We want green skin. All right, are we all feeling good? Ready to move on? Ready, Tony?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on the green skin layer. No, we're going to click on the Franken PSD layer. All right. On the Franken PSD layer, we're going to make a new layer. Who remembers how you make a new layer in Photoshop? The little plus, yeah, create new layer. It's the little plus next to the trash can. We're going to click that. It's going to say layer 1. Okay.
Franklin PSD.
Franken PSD, then click that. Yes. All right. So what we want to do is it shift? Sorry, control, no. Option, no. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so what I want to do, here, let me deselect. So what I'm going to do is on layer 1, basically what we're going to do is we're going to treat this like a mask or like a mask layer. We're going to basically use a paintbrush tool and paint on color onto this layer, but we're going to use a blending mode so that we can choose that. The first thing that I want to do in order to make it easier for us to color is I'm going to go on the Franken layer right here. I'm going to hold Command key. It's also the Command, or what's the PC version? Instead of Command, what's your version? It's the Alt key. Command or Alt. If you hit Command and you click on any of these layers, let's hold the Command key or Alt key and click on Franken PSD. Who can tell me what happened? What happened?
Selected all of it.
It selected everything in that image. And because everything in the image has a transparent background, you can see that we have a great outline for our Franken image, right?
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to use that to help us colorize this. Now let's go back to layer 1. We're going to keep the selected options chosen, but we are going to go right here and change our layer mode. So remember, we played with layer modes, blending modes here. What we have normal blending. What I want to do is I want to go down to color. I'm going to go to color blend. What color blend is, it's going to use the luminosity of the color, but it's still going to help with the transparency. All the way down and choose color. We're going to the blending mode. We're going to use color. It's after hue and saturation. Okay. You see it?
No.
Where it says normal,
No.
right under where you're at.
Okay.
Click that, and you want to scroll all the way down to color. So this is the color blending mode.
Color.
Just the word color, not color burn, all the way down. It's like the second to last option. So see the down arrow, there's more options. Oh, see keep going down. There you go. Oh, yeah, you did. You were almost there, Cindy. Go back and click back on the layer. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down.
Scroll down.
Yeah, by
Like
clicking that thing and scroll
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Click on Franken PSD. Now click the plus. The one that looks like a plus. To the right.
Oh,
Right there. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Now go where it says normal.
Normal.
Yep.
Okay.
And click and drag it all the way down to color. Keep going down. All right. Now click color.
Okay.
All right. So then I also want you to, here, scroll this down again. I want you to hold the Command key
Okay.
and click Franken PSD. There you go. Look, it's selected everything. Now we're still in layer 1. We've selected this. Now what I want us all to go and do is let's select the brush tool. No, that's wrong. Brush tool right here. All right,
Where's the?
it's in the toolbar. It looks like a paintbrush.
Right here? Brush.
Yeah, the one that looks like a paintbrush. No, not that one. Down, 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 down. That right there, brush tool, right there. The brush tool allows us to paint. Now, what I want you to do is we're gonna go up here to the options. I'm gonna make it 60, the pixels 60. All right, so the size up here, let's change it to 60. I want the hardness to be 0.
So click brush tool.
Yep. All right, once you selected the brush tool, yeah, you click the tutorial window. So if you just hit that red X, it'll go away, unless you want to watch a different
No, I
teacher
don't
teach you.
want- I don't want it.
Okay, so now up here, Cindy, you can always look up here.
Yeah,
Up here is where you can choose your brush tool right here.
so,
So I want you to go up here. You selected brush,
yeah.
and I want you to change the size, which is this number up here. See where my cursor's spinning around right now? Right up here at the top of yours. Yep, click that.
13.
Yeah, click that and change it to 60. Click the drop down arrow. And then where it says size, you're gonna click that. Look, see Cindy right here? You can click this and change it to 60. Or you can just type the number 60. And then I want the hardness to be 0. Now the hardness refers to hard brush. It's gonna have a hard line. A soft brush is gonna have like a gradient or like a feather effect to it. So hardness 0. Okay, let me look at my notes to see what I said to do next. Okay, we did the masquerade. All right. All right. Okay, so now once we selected this, I want to go over my layer and I'm going to hold the Option or Alt key, Option or Alt. And what you notice is I want to go over his forehead with my brush tool. Now, why am I doing that? Am I going to start brushing? If I start brushing on my layer, it's not doing anything because I'm painting behind the layer. But what I want to do is I want to hold Option. And what tool does my brush become? Eyedropper. What does the eyedropper do? Selects the color, right? So I want to paint him green, but I also want to choose a green that's similar to what I've already used in the image. So I'm going to go somewhere in his here, and you can see I can click and drag, and you can see all the color options here. So I'm going to click an eyedropper. Now, what you know, once I click the eyedropper tool, it changes what my brush is going to be. And here's my active color and my behind color, right? So the front color is always going to be what I paint. All right. So now I'm going to take my brush and I am going to go ahead and look. Oh, geez, look, I am painting. And guess what? Because I'm selected, anywhere out of the selected layer that I'm painting is I'm not going to make anything. Now, I want to tell you before you go crazy. Before you go crazy, like, look, I'm coloring his hands. Now, I want you to take note that I'm coloring his hands, but be careful around his shirt because the shirt is selected in the layer. Drama, you need something? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Because, and around the thumb, because I am painting his skin this color, and because we're using the color option, it's maintaining the luminosity of his skin tone. So we're seeing like the hands, the joints, or what do you call this? I'm not an anatomy major, but like the wrinkles, the lines. What are the lines on my hand called? Is there a technical term? Huh?
Grease.
I got grease on my hands? Is that what you're saying? I don't have greasy hands.
No, grease.
Oh, creases.
Creases,
Okay.
yeah.
I think you're saying I have greasy hands. I'm like, what the heck? Come on, Terrence. But why am I telling you this? Because basically I could color, look, I'm coloring over his shirt now. Why is that? Because we selected everything within that layer. So I'm literally just like painting over the other image because look, it's a separate layer here. And if I turn it on and off, the green goes away. So I'm basically using this to colorize him. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo all of that. And so where I colored over his shirt. So be careful when you're coloring his shirt. So now I'm going to be careful around his thumb. And I will tell you a secret about the paintbrush. All right. You're clicking.
So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
be-
with your paintbrush, if you go left and right, left and right, left and right, I'm going to click and hold it left and right, left and right, left and right. However many times you click it, that causes a new step in your history. So look, if I hit undo, I lose everything I did up until the point where I next clicked. So you hit undo on yours, Terrence, and you'll see you lose just a teeny tiny bit because you're going click. Now, what I do, and because I'm done Photoshop enough, is I'm like, okay, now I know my edges are soft too. It's not a hard edge. So I can get and have a little bit of spill. And it's like, okay, that's kind of annoying that I got the skin here. But what I can also do is I can use the eraser tool and I can clean up these edges and take away that if I have any spill on there. Of course.
I have not been able to color.
You haven't been able to color yet, Cindy? All right. So what we want to do, I'll be right there in a second, Angie. All right, you got green. Oh, I just got stuff. Okay, so then Cindy, you want the brush tool here? There you go. Want to start coloring?
Yeah.
Go for it. All right.
How come he's so small now?
Why is it, like, how do you have the color palette appear on here? Because it's coming out green, so it shows like green.
Well, as of right now, you have white selected as your main color. So here, say okay for a second. You can see those reverse arrows right there. Click that. And now whatever's in front should be your color.
Okay, and then how do you get like the color options?
The layer styles that you don't have those up there? Okay. So I think if we look here, I probably just have these open from, sorry, which you want to see like, you want, oh, okay. We're looking to get, sorry, I'm like looking at myself the whole time. You want to see where we had all the color options. Now, if I remember correctly, color, swatches, color, these are all these options right here. So the window color. All right, and then swatches and gradients, those are all like color pickers you can use.
Okay.
So. Okay. Also, while we're coloring let's finish coloring Frankenstein. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish mine just so I can be caught up with all of y'all. You should also color the parts of his face that aren't green. Look, we even made his friendship bracelet. But look, I'm gonna go over his neck and any.
I fit him in the window again.
Remember, you can hit Command plus or Command minus to go zoom in. Oh, and then you're gonna use these tools to go left or right. There you go. Good job. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and color his nose. And look, hey, that green ear that you didn't like, I colored his ear green. All right. I'm gonna go and like make sure I got all his forehead covered.
I see the color.
You can't see the coloring? We were selected on 2 layers. So let's go. always do this with a PC. Is it control? There. we go. Control to select everything. Now on this layer, now we want to go to our color tool here. And there you go. It's gray, but it's because it's selected the wrong color. Now it's orange. So what we want to do is select the green. Now you hold Alt, you do the eyedropper tool, right? So now you can see the green is there. And now we're gonna color the green. Okay? Fun stuff. Everybody got your Frankenstein looking like Frankenstein?
How did you get your neck part to be more vibrant dark? Because I feel like mine's a little faded, like it's not there. Or am I probably underneath?
Well,
Oh,
look,
there it is. There it is. Yeah.
I think,
I had it underneath another.
yeah.
So I got
for
it
sure.
readjusted.
So yeah, it's the layer organization, right? So,
Okay,
all right.
it's green.
He's green. Once you got a green Frankenstein, we're looking good, right? I'll give everyone a second to catch up.
How do we save it? Oh, gotta wait.
How to save it? You can go Command S. Always great to save.
Command S.
Yep. But once you're happy with your project, we're going to deselect, which is Command D.
Okay,
And then you could see the marquee tool that's going around the layer is off of there. Okay, everybody good to move on? All right. Are we happy with Frankenstein? Well, I'm not gonna move on until everybody's happy. So let's wait and give everyone a chance. Feel free to mess around. You can add other things. Ooh, you didn't color his watch or his ring, so it's a Frankenstein with a ring. That's a married Frankenstein for sure, right?
Yeah, he's.
At least part of him, right? Like the whole thing is Frankenstein's different
Is there,
parts.
like, a way to kind of like add darker colors to the hands, like almost imitate shadows?
Absolutely. We can add another layer.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do I need to add another layer?
Yeah.
Because it's not visible.
Yes, you would add another layer. And then for me, I would go ahead and so I'd add another layer here, and then I could do my brush tool, and I would probably choose like a black. Now, also, I'm going to mess with opacity of my brush. So that means how dark my brush is. So look, I could go ahead and just paint something like that. Obviously, maybe I'm going to make it like a much smaller area and go like, oh, I just want to do this, or definitely still feels like too big of a brush. And maybe I want the opacity to be way down. So yeah, like look, I'm gonna kind of paint here to make this darker. Also, I'm in normal, so maybe I'm gonna go like darken here and play with some of these different layers. This is all like bonus stuff I want you to mess with when we go into lab. But you know, like this is like I'm basically adding a layer. You can see the difference now is look, good idea, but it adds context to his hand, right? Or like, of course, yeah, that's 6% opacity. If I bring it up to like 50, I'm drawing on there, right? And if it's 100%, it's going to be a dark line. All of these are elements that I can draw on here. But like finessing, this is what's fun with Photoshop is like going with like 5 here. I'm also going to like, let's make the hardness 100%. And like, oh, I'm just going to draw. Okay. See how the hardness makes the line hard. So it's straight, doesn't look natural that way. So let's go ahead and go back and let's go and say like, what's like a 30% hardness going to look like? Okay. Still too big in my opinion. So I'm going to undo all that. And let's go down to like a 10-point thing and see, okay, I'm really just going to want to like draw these onto here. Now, what's interesting too is because I'm brushing these layers, Now, my brush is at 10%, but also I can affect my layers opacity. So let's say like this is still too harsh, but I spent all this time drawing it. I don't want to undo it. I can actually like go and affect that layer till I'm super happy with it, right? Those are all elements. So just know that there's multiple ways to skin a cat in Photoshop. Not that we're skinning a cat, but all right. We can go back and play with that more. I say encourage save, but let's pretend you're perfectly happy with this. Okay. We're all happy with our Frankensteins. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to move this to our next project. Okay. So we're going to add a background, or rather, we're going to add this to the background. So what I want to do is I want to merge all my layers. So everything that is visible, that is turned on basically, that is not invisible, I'm going to go layer and I am going to go to merge visible. What does merge visible do?
So go to layer.
Go to layer
On
and
top.
click merge visible. So what happened, Terrence, to yours?
It's all one layer.
It all becomes one layer. What's good about that?
You can export it.
You'll see we'll be able to move it and keep everything together without affecting it. So if I say merge visible, it all becomes one layer. And basically, if I affect anything to it, oops, I don't want to draw on that. I want to go to my move tool and you can see I can move it and transform everything together. Now, this is good if you're perfectly happy. Uh-oh, say undo. Command Z. Command Z again. Command Z again. See, Phil? Command Z again. How many times you do that, Cindy?
I don't know how many times.
Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. All right, there you go. Now you want to merge, go layer, merge visible. Okay, there's multiple different ways to do this, but basically we're committing to Frankenstein being this way if we merge our layers. Now I'm going to tell you all a trick. I'm going to go Command Z, Command Z. I'm going to take them all together. Another way to move them all together is I'm going to take all my layers right here. I'm going to go to the top one. I'm going to hold Shift. I'm going to go to the bottom one that selects all my layers. And now I can click and drag into this folder. And now I group all my layers together into a folder. And that allows me to select my folder. Oops. That allows me to affect the folder and basically select it all. But you can still see it doesn't view it as individual. So I can still select the layers. I can also go ahead and shift and select everything, and everything can move together as long as I selected everything. It makes it easier to mess up. It makes it easier to get unorganized. But in my opinion, I love keeping, I only merge only when I'm like, because then I could be watching and be like, oh, I wish I could fix the nose, or I want to change everything. So I keep everything apart. For today's lesson, we're learning about merging. So it's merge. We're going to go layer, merge visible, but know that also there is merge layers. So whatever layers you selected, it'll merge layers. If I don't have all my layers selected, you'll notice that I can do layer merge down. It basically takes whatever layer you selected and merges it with a layer immediately below it. But merge visible is everything merged, or flatten image. Flatten image collapses everything together, visible and invisible alike. You said merge visible and you still have an invisible layer behind there, right? Well, merged would just, anything invisible gets deleted, just gone, erased from existence. So we're going to do this. Look, I didn't have anything invisible. So what are we going to do here? Let's go back to Bridge. Let's go to lesson 9, and we're going to do our backdrop PSD.
This right here.
Yeah. Let's click right here, lesson 9. And let's open that one. Double click.
Oh, maybe.
You gotta work on your double click, Cindy. There you go. Perfect. You got it that time.
I'm working on my double
You
click.
Cindy, you got a double click issue.
I didn't double click issue. Okay.
Whatever, for whatever reason, it doesn't like your double click. Now we open it up. Hey, Terrence is already ahead of me, but what basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, what's up, dude? You need help?
No,
Okay,
I'm just,
you're gonna learn Photoshop. Is the
I hate Photoshop.
Why do you hate Photoshop?
Photoshop hates me.
Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame Photoshop, to be honest. Okay, let's go window, arrange, and then we're gonna say two up vertically. Now, the arrange tool is basically a way that we can view multiple things at the same time. So you can see
Window,
window, arrange,
arrange. Okay.
two up vertically.
Arrange.
That's new. I never seen that feature.
It's been here for probably 10 years. This is an old feature. Yeah,
Two up.
two
forward.
up vertical.
Okay.
All right, and that basically is we're seeing both our layers at both windows at the same time. And what's cool is now I can go over to my Frankenstein layer and I can click in my layer and I can click and I can drag Frankenstein into my project over here. What did you just copy and paste?
So I did, what I did was
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right,
the,
undo, Command Z.
Command Z.
Yep. And make sure you're on the move tool, okay? So the move tool is the plus cross on the toolbar,
what's the
all the way on the
shortcut for
left.
that? V? No.
V for move tool, yeah.
Okay. Plus.
Your tool is over there. Remember toolbar? It's the very first tool at the top. That's down, 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 down. Cross. Yep, click that. That's the move tool. Okay, now go over and click Frankenstein. Click and drag him into the backdrop. Click, drag. All right, say cancel. You double click that time. Click and drag it all the way over there. Drop it. Boom, you got Frankenstein in your backdrop. All right. Now what did you do?
I did the same thing except putting the layers vertically with the window.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed it from the other file, picked it up.
There's
moved
more
it
than
up.
one, there's more
Yeah.
than one way to do it too. So
Does
so
that
if I
count
go-
as the same?
it's exactly the same, essentially. So I am gonna go ahead and change it back to our normal view right here. The way I change it to the normal view is I go window, arrange, consolidate all to tabs. This is the normal view. But what Terrence basically did, and what you can do here too, is what you click and dragged it up to this tab
Yes.
and dropped it that way.
Yeah.
Another way to do it, I'll also show you, look, you could have also gone here and said Command C and gone to this one and said Command V and copy and pasted it.
I messed up here.
You messed up,
Yeah,
Cindy.
I know.
Cindy, come on. Come on,
What
Cindy.
did I do?
What did you do? That's a great question. All right, so
I
let's,
lost the background.
it's all right, we'll figure it out. Let's say consolidate all to the tab and let's just say, there you go, Cindy.
Yeah, but you had your Frankenstein. Oh, yeah, right in the middle.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Alright. Okay.
Groovy. So now we all have our Frankensteins there. Now, while we're here, this is going to be our final project. So let's say file, save as. I'm going to say
File.
Frank, that file, save as. Frank Tim PSD. I'm going to save it. This is what we're going to do in order to turn it in. And what's notable is I got my Frankenstein right here. And what I can do is I can click on Frankenstein and I can make him bigger or smaller. And I can place him kind of behind here and be like, ooh, this is a spooky, spooky movie, The Curse of Frankenstein. Okay, so I'm going to put him right here and place him into my movie trailer or player. All right. So what's next is we're going to go back to Bridge. And we're going to open up T1 PSD. We're going to take this, Tombstone.
Double click.
Yeah, double click. Let's see you double click, Cindy.
I got a double click issue.
You got it, Cindy. Wait, did you?
No.
Where is it? Oh, is it up there? You do it with double click issues. Oh, there you go. You got it, Cindy.
Yeah, okay.
You got it.
All right.
Just got to practice that double click.
Yeah.
Just teasing, Cindy, of course.
I know.
All right. What we want to do first is I want you to hit the D key. All right. And also I want only to see, I don't want you're messing around with your views. I only want to see the tombstone. I want you to hit the D key. Tell me what the D key does when you hit D.
Nothing.
Change my color.
Changes the color. Hit D, Cindy.
I did.
Here, hit D now. Boom. All right. D means default. It defaults you to the default colors. What are the default colors in Photoshop? Black and white. All right. So black can represent our masks. That is just a easy way. An easy way to get the foreground and background colors. Okay. So what we want to do is we're going to mess about and make this look like we want it to look like the tombstones here in the original photo. So they kind of have filters and looks like moonlight and everything. So first thing that we're going to do is we are going to choose a filter. All right, let's go to filter, everybody. We're going to go to render. We're going to say difference clouds. Ooh, look, it looks like there's clouds on it, or it's like moonlight or something, but it doesn't look that good. So we're going to make it look better, right? Did you get it? Filter, render.
Render.
Yep. And difference clouds. Render is down. There's one that says render. I think it's 4 up. And then difference clouds. Woo. Tony, I think this is what your tombstone's gonna look like, okay?
That's what it's gonna look like when I die.
Not when you die, but I mean, you could have your tombstone way before you die, right? I'm just thinking like, isn't this a cool tombstone to have?
No, I want mine pink.
Pink? Well, you can make it pink. This is a Photoshop, so okay. We're gonna do some adjustments to it. So we're gonna use the adjustment brush tool. Who can tell me where the adjustment brush tool is? Which one's that? Look at your toolbars and see. Remember, if you don't know what the adjustment brush tool is, you can always hover over any of the tools and it'll tell you. I, of course, just hovered over the correct one so to show you. Again, my toolbar may look a little different. It basically looks like a paintbrush with a circle under it. And we're basically using it to create adjustment layers.
Okay, right here. Right here.
You got it, Cindy. Click it. Once we click it, we're going to go up to the options and we are going to go to the brush tool here. We want to make this 300. This is Sparta.
Where?
Tony laughed at that. Okay, so see where it says 100? That's the brush size.
Right here.
Yeah, click that and make that 300 instead of 100.
Make it 300.
Yeah, click and drag. Or you can just type the number 300. Those are all options. All right, now what's cool about this tool is it's an adjustment layer tool. So we're going to choose what type of adjustment layer we want. And what we want to do is we are going to do a level adjustment, okay? So where it says adjustment, I'm going to go and click levels, okay? Levels are going to be light levels. Makes sense? Where it says adjustments, so you made the size big, but now where it says adjustment to the left, you just want to click off of this and you're done with
Right
this.
here?
And no, click anywhere but there. Right there, click. There you go. Now go up, see where it says adjustments and it says color and vibrance right now. Change that to levels. You already passed it. I think it's the fourth option from the top, fourth from the top. It's right under brightness and contrast. One more down.
Okay.
Levels. All right. All right. Now you can see that we're doing a light level here. And I'm basically, adjustment layer is basically making a mask. We can see that the adjustment layer comes up right here. We can see this white and black like a mask. So then what that allows me to do is wherever I colored, I can adjust the levels of white and black there. So that means I can make it brighter or darker to make it look more like moonlight or bright light. This is a really cool way to affect just an area. So basically where you want to draw. I don't recommend drawing the entire image. Just draw like where you think the moonlight would be.
How did you get there
How did I get where?
to where the
I'll show you. Okay, so we're in our adjustment layer, right, Cindy?
adjustment layer? Okay.
Yep, and you have levels. Now you're going to use your brush. You're already there.
Uh-huh.
Click off.
Okay.
Click right there. Now in your brush tool, go over your image, go over the tombstone, and basically anywhere you draw is going to be where you're going to affect. So there you go. Pick an area you can draw. You can see that it's appearing right here as a mask, and how hard or how soft you draw will affect it as well. And then over here in the properties is where we can affect the color, and we can actually go into RGB and we can say, okay, well, let's just do the red. And you can see, oh, I can make it red. Okay. All right. I want to take out the red.
Do I click levels?
You did levels already. So now, okay. So now scroll here. Can I show it just so you can? All right. So right here is now we're affecting the levels. So you can see we can bring up the white and black levels accordingly.
Okay.
Or in RGB, we can go and like affect the red levels, make it more red or dark. Our goal is to make it look as close to the other things as possible. But okay, so let's go through and play around with it, see what you want it to do. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go and I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, it's kind of blue. Oh, but it's the wrong color, blue. I want more white actually on it. So let's say like, oh man, I messed it up. I messed it up. Okay, so I can just control Z, right? We've been undoing it, but how many, maybe I've done it for a long time and I messed it up continuously. Well, time to learn something new. We're going to go into window. We're going to click history. And what history does is history is basically the actions that you have done. So realistically, I can go ahead and look, you can see like, look, I can keep clicking and changing it, right? And then I can go here and be like, oh, I've adjusted here and I've adjusted there. And you can see every single movement, every time you click, 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 it would appear here in your history. Well, what's cool about the history one is like, okay, well, I really didn't like when I made all these adjustment brushes. So if I just click back here, it jumps all the way back. So it's a way to do mass undo, basically. And then you can redo. But I will tell you, if you undo and you do something new, you lose all of that history, okay? So you want to be sure that like, I'm going to undo all this and start something new because you can never undo and undo, okay? Do. Make sense?
No.
View, go window,
You?
window, window, not view. Sorry, I didn't mean to say view. Window. click on window,
Okay.
and then go to history. It's alphabetical.
Okay.
Great. And now the history allows you to undo stuff. Instead of hitting Control Z, you could scroll up and see where, like, click 3 up, Cindy, and see what happens. Yeah, click right there. It undid 3 actions. You could actually scroll up and undo it all the way to the start or go to the finish.
I want it red.
You want it red?
Uh-huh.
Well, undo all the green.
So just,
So you can scroll up, right? So there's a little scroll bar. All right, go and you can undo. If you go all that way and do open, it'll undo everything that you've done so far. That's just learning about the history panel, which is like a good thing to do, okay?
and now how do I put red in here?
So check this out. So what we want to do is let's do differential clouds or adjustment layer. And then in the RGB, you're gonna go red and then you can go like that. But if you want to draw more here. Oh, I want to click on here. Oh, red's scary,
Yeah, I
Cindy,
like
right?
it.
You
Yeah,
like
I
that?
like it.
Okay. So we can undo some of these effects if we want. So you're just going to colorize this how you want it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and do that. And I'm going to kind of raise the levels and make it kind of look like that. It's pretty cool, right? So once we're done with this, essentially, I'm going to, of course, then I'm going to drag the tombstone. I'm going to flatten this. So we're going to go ahead and say layer, merge visible. Then I'm going to go window, arrange. I'm going to say 3 up vertical because I have 3 open now. I'm going to click and drag my tombstone on there. It's going to say, hey, maybe the colors aren't right. I'm going to say, okay, it doesn't matter. And now I have the tombstone over here. All right, I'm going to go back to window. I'm going to say arrange and consolidate all into one tab. And now I'm going to click and drag my tombstone behind Frankenstein. And I'm going to move my tombstone back here in the background and kind of put it up here, I think.
Yeah, I can't.
3 up vertical,
Let's get them out of there and put them in.
window. Well, how many do you have open? Huh? Just one? If you only have one open, then you can't get 3 up vertical. I had all of them. Oh, wait, let's see. You have 2 tabs open currently. So what you can do is window, arrange, and you can say 2 up vertical. I had 3 because I had 3 open still.
Okay, how do I move my?
Wendy, you got 4. So go window.
Window. Okay.
Yep. Say arrange,
Range,
and say 4 up.
4 up, okay.
Boom, there's all your photoshops. So now you wanna go and say layer.
Later, okay.
And you want to say merge visible. You in a good spot? Terrence, you in a good spot?
I'm gonna do the merging.
Great.
Where is merge visible, right here?
You got it,
Okay.
Sydney. Good job. All right. Now what we can do is click and drag this into your project right here.
Yeah.
All right. Say okay. All right.
Oh, now it's like just,
There you go. Once it's there, now I want you to say window, consolidate all to one tab. I'm going to go back here and see, where did I put this tombstone exactly? Oh, okay. I put it right there. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to Photoshop. I'm going to move my tombstone to be down here. And I'm going to resize it and make it like that. I would mess around a little bit to make them match the color more, but as of right now, arrange is at the very top.
okay.
Window arrange,
Okay,
and then you want to consolidate all 2 tabs. There you go. Now you can click and drag your, all right, you need to change it to the move tool. So that's that's the plus or the cross. That's the very first tool. Yep. There you go. Now you can move it. Let me see something really quick. I think these two need to get moved. Okay, there you go. All right. So now you want to move this behind your Frankenstein and you want to put it down here, okay? Yep. All right. All right. We're almost done. Almost done, everybody. Got our Frankenstein. Don't think I would go and recolorize mine because I want to make it kind of look more like the moonlight, but we'll just move forward right now because we can play with that in the lab. I think the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add, we're going to learn about, we're going to add our screaming people there. Now, thank you, Pokemon Go, telling me that. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to say file open. Now file open, I'm in lesson 09. And what I want to do is I want to open faces.jpg. Now, just looking at faces.jpg, file open.
Yeah.
My computer.
File is not opening.
All right. Okay. What you need to do is hit you're still in transform tool.
Okay.
So what you need to do is hit the check mark or hit return on your keyboard. Return on your keyboard or the check mark. So return's right there, or the check mark is right here.
Oh, okay, right there.
Yeah, and that'll cancel your transform and that'll allow you to do other options. So
Okay.
let's go file open.
Okay.
So now we're in lesson 9. You want to open up faces, but before you click open faces, I want you to look at the word faces.
Uh-huh.
Look on mine. I'm opening faces. What do you notice about faces.jpg? That should be a red flag to any Photoshopper here. Tony, what's going on with faces.jpg? Just looking at this.
JPEG.
It's a JPEG, right? So it's compressed. But what else about it? That's widely different from the other ones.
KB.
KB. What does KB mean? Angie, what's KB mean?
In what context?
In context of file size. You don't know. Good. This is a learning tool. KB, right? We save all of our files into file sizes. Who knows what a big file size is usually stored as? A GB. Tony, what's a GB stand for?
Gigabytes.
A gigabyte, right? So then, look, I don't have any gigabytes there, but I have an MB. Who knows what MB is? Megabyte, right? So I'm going to tell you gigabyte, megabyte, and then KB. Who can guess what the K stands for?
Kilobytes.
Kilobyte.
Oh.
Kilobyte. It's literally thousands of bytes. So bytes are like a single unit of data. Kilobytes, megabytes are 1,000 times a kilobyte. A gigabyte is 1,000 times a megabyte. So our Photoshop files, for the most part, will be in the MB area, but you can see like my Frank Tim PSD is already 32 megabytes, and you can't send that via email, right? Email kind of is limited at 40 megabytes, maybe is the highest you can go, depending on what it is. But know that like if we see an image that is 44 kilobytes, is that a big one or a small one? TB is even bigger. Do you know what TB stands for? Terabytes. That's 1,000 times a gigabyte. So, huh?
That's a game.
Yeah. So like our hard drives that we have here are, I think the one I have is a 4 terabyte hard drive. It only gets bigger and bigger. I'll tell you, my first computer had 4 megabytes of RAM, which like is the blood of the computer, 4 MB. That's literally like they don't even like that's not they don't even they used to make USBs that were like 10 MB and those are huge. So just know that like information gets bigger and bigger. Okay, so just looking at this opening, it comes really small. So I'm going to say image, I'm going to say image size, and it's going to tell me that this is 216 pixels by 288 pixels. Small, right? But remember our image size up here too, I can say the inches. So it's 3 inches by 4 inches.
Do we click faces
Yeah, click and open faces.
now?
Yep. You can either double click or you can hit the word open. All right. So it's opening it up. Now I'm showing you that like we're looking at it inches, so it's tiny. 3 inches by 4 inches isn't that horrible, but what's going to happen with this if I try to print it as a movie poster? Might be pixelated, might not look good. So we're going to use some of Adobe's AI right now. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose image. And we're going to go, yeah, up at the top, we're going to choose image.
Okay.
We're going to say generative upscale. If we say generative upscale, what is the word generative? What should that mean to us? Creates. Yes, but what is generating it? AI. This is AI. We're using AI, everybody. It's built into anything. If you use spell check, that's AI, FYI. So is this melting the rainforest? Not necessarily. It probably is a little bit, but it's not like we're creating a Frankenstein in front of a house. We made our own Frankenstein. What we're doing is we're using the tool to increase the resolution. So what we're going to do is there's a bunch of different models we can use, you can see, but for right now, we're going to use Firefly Upscaler. Firefly is Adobe's AI tool. And I want to upscale it by 4 times. So basically, I'm going from 200 to 800, right?
I messed up.
Image, go up to image. Now go to generative upscale.
Okay.
Now we're going to change where it says 2 times to 4 times. Now this is going to be something that you can play with, and I would recommend playing with it. And there's going to be more and more models as it gets better and better. And this is the upscaler. It's going to low res to higher res. Now, it's AI. It's going to be imperfect. Let's see how it does. Okay. So let's say upscale. It's working on my computer. I'm going to cross my fingers that it works on yours. This was the thing I was most nervous that all your computers, it's like, oh, we don't have it downloaded or whatever. But it seems to be working. Whoa.
Click upscale again.
Premium access. See, look, it didn't work on Cindy's. This feature flat. Here, let me see Cindy for a second. Might not work on yours, Cindy. Why? I don't know. It'll work on yours, Tony? Yep. So it only doesn't like you, Cindy.
Just put those 2 ladies in the corner somewhere screaming out.
Here, we'll hide them. We'll hide them. Okay. We'll just hide. Okay. All right. Now, for Cindy's sake, we upscaled it. But look, the other thing we could try is we're going to say image size. And what I could do is I could literally go pixels, and I said I can make it go up to 800. And what I'm doing is I'm going to say, okay, look, we made Cindy's scale upgrade, but what does hers look the same as mine?
Yeah.
Hers is a little more
A
pixely.
little more pixel.
It'll definitely like print, if we're printed out, it'll look bad. But for our sake today, Cindy, because you can't do it, and it's most notable with Cindy is you can see the pixelation in the lips and everything. Mine doesn't look very much better on that big screen, but it definitely looks different on my screen here. Okay, cool. We have the scared people. All great question. They're both ladies? I don't know.
Oh, looks like they-
Well, they're both screaming people.
people.
All right. The last thing we want to do is add these people into our image. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this tool right. Oh shoot, what happened? Lost it. I lost it.
Select subject.
Yeah, hold on a second. I just want to make sure I'm telling you the exact right path because I don't do this one a lot. This is all kind of newer for me. Okay, we're going to use the marquee tool. And the marquee tool, remember, is selects a layer. What I want to do, here's our marquee tool here. I'm going. Where's my tools? Rectangular marquee tool. Should be able to, y'all got the, am I missing a tool? That could be a feature, not a bug. Okay. Sorry, give me a second. Where's my new tool preset? Show by tools. Do you have the oval tool available in the marquee tools? If you click on the marquee tool, which is the square, so you click on the square with the,
Right here?
no, all the way up.
Wait, is that
Yeah, the
elliptical?
elliptic, yeah,
Right here?
yeah. How come I don't have any? Where did,
Rectangular marquee two.
You have to go to the three dots and then double click it. Sorry, not double click it, like hold it.
oh, yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Normally they're loaded here. What, oh, I messed up my tool panel by teaching you. Okay, all right. That's my problem. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. All right. So what we want to do with the elliptical tool is we're going to go and add feather and we're going to add 50%. So that's going to give us the transparency. So then I want to go back to my Frank tool and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag right here. And I want to cover that much of the image. All right.
So where do I get?
Okay. Click back over
Right
to,
here?
yeah, change that to, let me see for a second, Cindy. All right. We're going to click here, go to the elliptical tool. We're going to change that to 50. So type 50. Say okay. Then we're going to go to this and drag and draw an elliptical tool like mine. See how I did the circle over here? Let's go save. Click and drag.
What do I click and drag?
Click and drag. See what happens.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
okay.
All right.
I clicked and I dragged.
You clicked and you dragged. You made a marquee tool. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to close all my windows except for the faces upscale.
Uh-oh, something happened.
Now I'm going to go arrange to up vertical. Click and drag it again. It just got deselected. Click and drag a new one.
Okay, right here.
All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my upscale right here and drag it into here. Oh, that didn't work. What am I doing wrong? Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go over here and I am going to click the upscaler image here and I'm going to go Command C, which is copy. It's all right, Cindy, no big deal. Just click and drag like that
Oh,
again, okay? And we're going to go back to your faces.
Okay.
We're going to hit Command C.
And see.
Great. So you're done. You don't have to do it anymore. So we copied it. So now we're over here. And on this, we want to make sure, remember, if we paste anything, it's going to be a layer above. So I'm going to make sure that I'm clicked on my tombstone layer. It's going to go above. And now I'm going to go edit, paste, special. And then I'm going to paste in place.
So I press edit.
Edit, paste, special, paste in place. What the heck? That didn't work. All right, you're gonna say no, but the layer pen. Wait. Yeah, and then use edit, paste, special, paste into.
Problem is that
All right, I did it wrong. Hold on 1 second, everybody.
we undo.
All right. Yeah, undo. It's not right. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Hold on a second. What am I doing wrong? I did this earlier. And then edit, paste, special. It should be paste into should be selected. So wait a second. Do I need a new layer? Is that my problem? Let's do this and then say edit, paste, special. Why isn't that available? Do you have paste into available? Paste into is going to paste that image into this circle. Yes. And I am trying to remember why it's not letting me do this. It should be an option. What am I selecting that's wrong? All right, let me just double check my notes. You can drag or recompose the pasted image behind because it's select the movie tab and bring it to the front and then select all and choose edit copy. We did that. All right, let me just go back and see what I'm doing wrong. All right, select all, and then I'm going to say edit copy. And then over here, I'm going to say edit paste special. Okay. All right. Okay. I know what I messed up, everybody. Great. Again. Sorry. First time teaching Photoshop. I'm also self-taught Photoshop and I've taken many lessons, but these are like things that I don't do every day. So I apologize. Let me show you where I messed up. Okay. So basically, I said just select the layer and hold copy and paste. That was incorrect. What we want to do is we want to say, we want to do select all. So basically we're selecting all the information in the layer, not selecting the layer itself. Because I was saying paste, it wasn't selecting the information of the layer, it's selecting the entire assets of the layer, including blending options. So we selected all and we copied it. So then edit, select all, edit, copy. Now we go over here and we have this and we're going to say edit, paste into. It's going to say, hey, these colors might not match, but that's okay because voila, it worked. Your feather, you didn't have yours feathered though. It's all right. Angie, you got it? Okay, you got it. Okay, Cindy, let me help you out. All right, so we can go ahead and let's just get rid of these extras. And let's go back to our faces. We're going to go edit. Select all. So we're going to go select all, edit, copy. Now we're going to go to your movie poster. We're going to draw our circle. We're going to say edit, paste, special, paste into. gonna give you a note, but boom, Cindy, you got them up there. We got screaming people. The only thing we want to do is change them to black and white. And how would you do that? Or adjustment layer? Well, basically what I would suggest is maybe we don't want black and white, but I want you to just change the blend mode. So how do we change the blending mode of the layer?
You click on normal.
Click on normal. So what I did in mine is I messed with luminosity. You can see made them kind of black and white. And then I also messed with the opacity. So there you go. Ah, they're screaming and they're kind of spooky ghosts.
So
All right.
what do I press, layer?
Which one you want to do? You want to mess with that? So you're on the layer there. So then change your layer blending mode right there. So click where it says normal. And I used luminosity, which is all the way down to the bottom.
Right here.
Yep.
All right. And then it's done.
And then we're going to change the opacity too. Now, a couple of tools that we could have messed with too.
Opacity.
The opacity is, so if something is 100% opaque, means you can't see through it. But if you change the opacity to be like 50%, it means it's like half transparent. So drag that down and see what happens to your image. Kind of makes them look like ghosts, right? Or it makes it more transparent. You have any issues with the feather?
It was the feather that got me.
50%, like here.
Yeah, that looks good, Cindy.
Okay, let's see.
All right. So the thing that changed, your faces are over here. And so we went select all. Oop, select all. And then we went edit copy. And over here, we should say edit paste special. And it won't let it do it on you. All right. So let's just hit deselect. So control D, I think. There you go. And let's just join the tool. See if edit paste special. And it won't paste into. Okay, cool. Why? Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes computers just hate me. Okay, let's deselect. Let's go Command D or Control D, sorry. And then let's go select all, edit, copy, and go back over here, edit, special, and it won't let you do that.
I don't know what it's doing.
Why? Okay, let's just see what happens if we hit paste. What's gonna happen? It's just, that's not right. That's not right. That's not what we want to do. What is going on? Why is there a difference? It shouldn't be the feather. Let's just try this. All right, let me Google this and figure out why yours specifically, but everybody else has got another circle?
Yep.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
I
okay.
had to. It worked and then it didn't work. For it to work again, I had to still select all, but instead of I had to actually click this and then copy V or Command C, sorry. And then I went over and then it let me do.
Right. Gotta love this. So, this. Okay, I'm gonna Google this to figure out why specifically it's not doing it, but I do, before that, I want to show everyone one more thing. Okay, we're almost done, I promise, and then we can figure out exactly what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go window, I'm gonna go arrange, and I am going to go consolidate tab. Now in here, I want to go ahead and show you a tool which I forgot to bring up earlier. So let's go back and look at, I think it's over here. Okay, face tools. Okay, coloring it, messing it. Okay, I like all that. All right. Where the heck is my pucker tool? I want to show you pucker and bloat. I believe it's in Liquify actually. So let's go. I'm just going to go ahead and mess with my Frankenstein. I'm going to go filter, Liquify. We're back in our. Oh, here, hold on a second. Select. Options. Layer. Filter, Liquify. I'm in my Liquify area. I should have my Liquify tool come up. What's going on? Computer's getting to the point where it's like, no more fun for you today. All right. Give me a second, everybody. Figure this out. All right. We're gonna go filter, Liquify. It's not doing it, apparently. All right, well, let's just say. Yeah, it's in Liquify. Okay, so why isn't it letting me do it now? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say open. I'm going to, there's my Frank. That. I am gonna go ahead and just click all those and say, okay, I'm gonna go back to bridge. Let me just show you all something really quick in file. Lessons, lesson 9. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's go back to our monsters. I think I forgot to bring this up when we were fixing our monster's face, but I want to show you all just so you're familiar with it. Because just spoiler alert, I know this is a question on the quiz. And I forgot to do this. So I am going to select them all, no, and then I'm going to go tools. I'm going to go Photoshop, and I'm going to go load into layers. All right, we're going to go back. See, we could have fixed this had we not merged all our layers, but what can you do? some days, I don't expect any of you to do this. I just want to teach you all of this. Because essentially we did it. Now, another thing I want to say is like, look, I selected all of my layers right here, and I selected them all by clicking the top one, holding shift, going to the lower one that I wanted. And if I say Command T, I'm actually going to transform all of them at the same time. Remember, we did individually, but I can also transfer them all at the same time. So I can make them all small to start with, and then I can go ahead and like resize everything. So Frankenstein's right there. And realistically, I'm just going to get rid of just going to move all of these ones because we're going to have the nose, we're going to have the eyes, we're going to have the head and the hair and everything. But what I really want to do is I want to say filter liquefy. Oh, you know what? I bet it wasn't liquefying because I was in transform. Or I could be wrong. All right, let's see. All right. In theory, that was my theory, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my liquefy is just not working and I have to restart my computer. That's also a extreme possibility because sometimes computers just hate me. So I want the one that I want to liquefy is this head one right here. So let's like just make it. Okay, that's the one I want to liquefy. All right. So we have the liquefy here. I'm going to select that. I'm going to say filter liquefy. It should bring open a window. That gives me the liquefy options, but I'm not seeing it now. And did it crash? No. All right. Save yours. Let's do what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to restart Photoshop and hope that that fixes whatever my issue is. So I'm going to just say example. Everybody else has computers that are working at least. I'm going to say don't save. I'm going to say save. And bridge is open. Now I'm going to go back to Photoshop and just hope that sometimes you got to restart. We overloaded it maybe. The zoom always is an issue for me too. Here's my Frank example. All right. Now, in theory, I should say filter. I'm going to select this. I'm going to say filter. I'm going to say liquefy, and it should open a window. Whoa, it worked that time. Hey, look, restart. Sometimes restart is the option. It fixed, mine fixed. Maybe yours will fix by restarting. But what I wanted to show you were these tools right here. The pucker tool right there. Pucker. All right. Okay, this is where Cindy accused me of kissing students, which I wouldn't do. But pucker is a tool that the center of the tool, if I click and hold it, it puckers in, right? So I'm going to undo. So realistically, I could do this to make his like eyebrows bigger or littler. Okay, the opposite of the pucker tool is the bloat tool. We could give him crazier eyebrow or bulges or whatever, right? And in fact, I'll tell you, do you know that the pucker tool is used a lot in social media? It's a way to plump up someone's lips or other body features that they want to plump up or make things smaller. For example, let's just go ahead and play with this guy, with Franken right here, and we're going to liquefy him. Layer, filter, liquefy. Oh gosh, it's just like, all right, it's not wanting to liquefy today. But let's say filter liquefy. My RAM might be out. What? Why is he liquefied? Oh, it like, let's go back here. We're going to undo this. We're going to say filter liquefy. There we go. All right. So our pucker tool, if this was my image, I would go ahead and, just make my nose a little bit smaller. right? Okay, and the bloat tool. Cool. Let's give him some anime eyes. All right. Also, like, depending, we can change the sizing of the brush and everything and the pressure. So realistically, with this pucker tool, I can go and select, let's make it smaller. And this one is depending on pressure. So how long you click and hold it is going to affect, you know. Okay, let's give him some big old lips. All right. All right. You know, we can make it bigger. And you can see the warping effect, right? So we can also undo this, and we can, in the liquefy thing, let's say we mess it up, we don't like it, you can say restore all, it'll take you back to 0. Okay, that's what I wanted to teach you about the pucker tool. All right, those are on the quiz. Okay, so did you restart? Did it work? All right, now that we're done, do what you're supposed to do. Save it as a PSD, upload your assignment, share your work, export it as a JPEG, share your work, take the quiz, and you're done.
I'm gonna need
Cindy,
help.
yeah, of course, file. We're gonna go file,
Okay.
save, file, export as, 1 second, I'll help you in just a second. JPEG, save that, name it that, say export. Now, Cindy, remember, we're gonna go here and go to Gablin. We're gonna go to our modules, and we're gonna go down here. You're going to upload your week assignment. Just, yeah, exit out of Photoshop and reopen it and see if that solves our issue. We're gonna upload this right here. We're gonna go down into your downloads. Lesson 9, Cindy PSD right there. Yep, get back in. Submit assignment. Boom, Cindy, you got confetti. Sometimes it's pizza. I like it when it's pizza. All right, and then we're gonna scroll down. You're gonna share your work. Those are announcements. We want modules. Let's scroll all the way down. You're gonna share your work right here. Oh, Tony already put his. Whoa. Rated R.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's not cool. All right, and then we're gonna upload your image. Take your image, the one I think you put it into your documents right there, and say okay. Say submit. Wait for it to post. You're gonna hit reply. Boom, there's yours. Now comment on Tony's and tell him what you think. Okay.
Give me a letterbox rating on it as well.
Give him 3 stars.
3 stars on letterbox. That's good.
All right. So now we're here. So we want to select all. Now we want to do edit, copy. Now let's go back over here. Let's cross our fingers and just hope. Computer. Oh, that was it.
Yay.
Woo! All right. Now the only other thing that you need to do is change the blending mode. So I went to luminosity and changed it to 50% opacity. There, and then change your opacity to 50%. And you got it. I do encourage you to play with all of that stuff. What do you think of that couch? Geronimo? It's another one of my old couches. I have donated old couches.
We have a space for
Well, I think our biggest issue.
Okay, now I can close it,
You're done, Cindy.
'cause I've gotta go.
You could
to
take
work.
your quiz if you want to take your quiz now, or you do that at
Okay,
home.
at home. Okay,
That
so
wasn't
how
you.
do
I
I
thought
do
that
this
was
now?
you. That came after the face was changed.
You know what happened today? The second person confused me and Max today.
How do I turn?
Oh, the art guy?
Yeah.
How do I turn this off so I can go home?
Hit the red
Hit the red,
and say save,
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 save, save,
save,
save. Okay.
okay.
And close bridge.
How do I close Apple?
Yeah, you could do that and say log out student.
I have to go. I have to go to work. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, we just start.
Or at least move that stuff into the shelves.
Yeah.
By the way,
Because they're two lights. What's that?
makes sense. You can, you're good? Okay, good. Remember to comment. You good?
Yeah.
Your feather was still hard though.
Wait, was that the same one? Did I erase it? Just FYI. Right here, no.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
50% feather. You didn't.
50,
read
I
it.
put
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
Good. Still good.
What's that? That's done though. So I'll just do it.
You can re-upload. You can redo it. You can delete it, but we can add a second one and say, hey, this looks better or whatever.
So I also done this for you before. I've been trying to get rid of this for the past week.
What is that?
It's the one that says upload this one.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
So here's what we gotta make.
Can I
space
give
for.
this to you tomorrow? Or here, I'll just put it on my computer right now. This is a tiny USB, dude.
Sorry, man. Text matters.
I know. Oh, here, Zoom. Is anybody on Zoom?
Hey, well, left chat.
Oh, yeah. Hey, about that.
Hey, I'm gonna stop recording. What's up, Terrence? Before
About that. Oh, no, you can stop.
I can stop recording.
Um,
All right, stop recording.